Alright, guys. Welcome back, YouTube. This is The Kingdom and your host, the Late Night King. Doom, welcome to the channel. We have a lot to cover tonight, so without further ado, I want to jump right into it. Not much, Doom. It is good to be able to stream this event, because the Toland one in the middle of the week took me by complete surprise. So I wasn't able to put up a video for that one, and I wasn't going to let this particular event pass. Alright, so today we're going to start by covering the Twin Peaks stream. And bear with me a moment as I finish setting up my system here. Alright, so Twin Peaks are holding Yaldabaoth and Skolnar, ancient relics of the past that to some are still very useful. Okay, so we're going to cover alliance rewards first of all. If you are in a good alliance, congratulations. You're going to get one of these amazing titans up here. Most likely, you're probably going to fall within the Yaldabaoth area. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you guys. I already have Yaldabaoth, and I don't really have any intention of leveling him anymore, because there are a lot better a lot better rangers out there and a lot better titans. What makes Yaldabaoth unique and valuable is he is a Earth Ranger, which means that many people don't build the resistances to him. So, I mean, he's decent on attack, but in later levels, it's all about the troops. And the troops that he buffs are Goliaths. Goliaths aren't bad. I mean, at one point they were the best unit in the game. Right now, though, they are several tiers behind most other units. So keep that in mind when you're doing this event. Now, that may not always be the case, but I remember a day when level 25 Goliaths struck fear in me because I knew I couldn't beat them. Now, as for the rewards in this event, I don't know if you guys have noticed the same thing I have, but there has been a lack. I mean, they're slowly getting us used to 3 tokens being in an event. And while it's nice to have the 200 portal stones, there was a day when we had 5 tokens in an event to help us get through. And so we have the 3 tokens and a less amount of gems, more than normal portal stones. Now, what makes this event valuable, should you choose to do it, are the Goliath belts. At the end of the day, you have guaranteed ice, fire, poison, and lightning. G. Radcliffe, welcome to the stream, man. Fetch, welcome. These are relics that may be released in the future. Great. But right now, all Goliath's belts have been physical, and so having these in here will really help my Skolnar I have, but also help any other Skolnars or Goliaths I have in the future. But Goliaths are weaker units. So, that being said, with Goliaths not being meta, and with Goliaths being on the weaker end of the spectrum, if you've been doing quite a few events recently, your stopping point in this event is going to be 2750 right here. If you want to utilize all of your portal stones throughout the course of this event, and you don't sleep very well, maybe you can get to 4,000. But 2750 you should be able to get to without the use of purchasing stones or anything like that. And you'll get your most value out of the event that way. But should you go to 4,000, you're getting good value too. That aside, I'm going to tell you guys now, I have a love for the original Guardians. And while Skolnar doesn't have all of his original skills, anytime I see a Guardian like this, it is going to be in heavy consideration to actually pick him up. Game Rescue, good to see you. And the reason for that, 3,500? No, you don't go and get Joran for Joran. Later on in the game, I mean, if you're newer, Rob Lincoln, good to have you. If you're newer, Joran can be useful. But, you know, let's face it, when you get your first 4-star, it automatically closes the door on your other 3 stars. Unless you're using them for land defense, they're just food. And so, if you have to spend gems to get to Joran, it's not worth spending the gems. That's the free-to-play way, though, so I'm not going to blame anyone for not doing that. Now, I'm going to tell you guys that when you get to the higher levels, you only really need 1 or 2 attacking titans. And while it's nice to be able to switch it up every once in a while to play your game style, what you are in desperate need of is simply good defensive titans. And I don't care how good Siggy is, or people believe he is on defense, or any of the X-skill damage guys. I will still always believe that these Guardians, when built correctly and have the right roles, are the best defenders. And so in my mind, no, I don't spend any money for gems. This is an entirely free-to-play channel. Baraxar. In my mind, anytime I see a Guardian with the original skill set, they're going to be valuable to me. And while it's a very rare chance that I'm actually going to roll something good, their value is very high. Now, I'm going to tell you, if it was not for the relics in this event, I would not do this event. I mean, end of story. The fact that they have 2 4-star Goliath belts, no, Siggy is not a Guardian. Siggy is a champion. He just was given a mix of Guardian / Berserker skills. Alright. So, I mean, I'm in this for the belts. This Banner of Earth is 4-star fusion food, in my opinion. Goliaths were never meant to be on the attack, and adding a measly 30 armor to your Goliaths for a relic slot isn't worth it for you. Alright, so I plan on going to 17,000 in this event, and I plan on grinding the entire way, because the last few events, for those of you who have seen my channels, have drained my relic tokens. And I only have 15 left. I started off with like 35. Now, that lightning event, after grinding a day into it and just kept looking at the rewards, I decided to stop at 4,000. So I didn't get that far. But Toland I did get. Alright. Alright, so we have some special things we're going to do on stream today, guys. One of the things I'm going to try is to finish upgrading my Divine Touch, the relic I pulled for Paladins. You know, as you can see, I'm almost at max food, and this is the time that you're going to look for it. Cage of Shadows, good to see you. Another thing I'm going to do is I will be prepping for another part of my Castle Crusher series with everyone's favorite Paladin. During the last fusion event, I got Runa all the way to level 37. So today I will be getting her to 40, so that tomorrow we'll have a Castle Crusher series with everyone's favorite Paladin, Runa. My thoughts on the new gods that are going to be summoning troops. I honestly think if the summon ability allows them to be anywhere on the map, it will put a dent in some of the all-ranged defenses that are going to be out there. You know, minus the broken Berserker 5-star relic, or, you know, in reference to them changing that, which, you know, that's going to be a whole nother stream for me. I'm upset about that whole situation, and I think everyone has a right to be. But we'll talk about that at another time. All right, guys. So Runa, level 37. I am excited for what's coming up now. Now, what we're first going to do on this stream is I want to show you guys my Titan Colosseum, because today we are collecting, people. Now we're going to collect after I do the fusion, so it can actually go in my inventory. But I want to show you guys what I've been working on the last few fusion events. We've got Nexus at 40, Thorg at 41, Freya 53, Krothos 40, Ulrich 40, and Draco 40. These Titans I would have never leveled up or given the time of day if it wasn't for these relics. So I'm going to collect every single one of them today to show you guys not only is it possible, but getting these prized relics is something that we all need to shoot for. Because with the exception of the 5-star relics, these 4-star 3 resistant relics inside of this Colosseum are the best relics in the game, in my opinion. Okay. It's awesome that Vintage is in Events Are Us, because he gets 2 Skolnars at the end of this. Higher chance of rolling a decent one. Now, if I had my choice on the ideal skills to roll for Skolnar at the time, I would probably go with 2 resistance to melee, a resistance to lightning, a resistance to fire, and a resistance to physical. I think that is the best roll in the current meta that you can get for Skolnar, because you can max out your resist against melee, and then you can max out your resistance to all the ranged elements. And so if I happen to get that during the course of this weekend, that'd be great. But I know that likelihood of getting that is little to none. But the likelihood of me getting 2 4-star Goliath belts to give me resistances, guaranteed in this event. My ideal pull is a resistance to melee, or 2 resistance to melee, a resistance to physical, fire, and lightning. That way I could use my relics to get me 100% resistance to melee, and then I will have the full resistances to the ranged elements. I saw that fetch. I looked in chat and I noticed it. Now, I believe one of my resistance to melee will have to be a tier 2 skill rather than a tier 1, because the Goliath's belts don't give the same resistance to elements that the other resistances do, because Goliath's belts are nerfed overall. And if you guys want to know more about that, Game Rescue has a great video on his channel about it. So what I'm going to do right now is get myself to 7 million food. And so I can start my forging process. I'm rating this event with Thor. Oh, they fixed the percentages? Oh, that's great. That is even better. Then I can get a tier 1 resisting its melee, and it's good. So this is my Thorg I'm raiding with. It needs an Earth champion, and while I could raid with my Skolnar, I'd rather get the experience for the raiding. So I've got the Divine Paladin thing, and then the 3 Panther Relics. Alright. It's true. It's true. Now, I'm going to... I want to go ahead and send out a warning to everyone that's in this channel that uses my relic forging method. The developers have rightly gone, and they are right close to presenting a new method. And so before they drop that new method, any 5-star relics that you guys have, make them your priority to upgrade in the next few weeks. If you do not, I pretty much am going to guarantee that the amount of relics you're going to need to fuse those things to level 10 will take you months to do. Any relics that are priority, you get them done. If it means you grind an event that is less than ideal, you grind that event for the relics. Because I'm fully confident that my forging method is going to be better than anything that they give to us. So get your forging done now, get your most important relics done, and then... It's true, Game Rescue. I mean, it's my fear, but, you know, I'm just passing out the warning now. Now that they've dropped what the system's going to look like, I mean, I feel like I found a glitch in the system, and that glitch being dumb luck. The OP-ness of the 5 stars, a lot of the power is in the first skill, I'm not going to lie. But there's a reason I'm leveling up these Divine Paladin, and I leveled up my my Earthshaker as well. And that's because the amount of boost that they give troops allows these relics to be just instantly equipped anytime I'm using them to attack anybody. Because they boost the troops and they provide that great skill. And the percentages they buff the troops cannot be ignored. They're the equivalent of both a 5-star or a 4-star offensive and defensive relic for the skill that they give. Congratulations, Doom. But know that even though your skills may be great on those Rangers, Rangers are total garbage when it comes to defense. You can have the perfect skills on a Ranger. And I haven't met a Ranger I can't absolutely wipe the floor with. The defenses that still give me issues, where I can't just roll over without strategy, are something like a perfect roll Mamesh that has a good defensive setup, or the perfect roll Guardians that, even though my Siggy can still beat through, those level 25 ones, you know, it takes me several shots. But I could see why they're releasing Skolnar now, because, you know, let's face it, Storm Maidens are here, and even when you get 90% resist to lightning, you are still going to be rolled over. Alright, guys, we got 7 million now. So we are going for it. Let's try my method here, guys. And yes, I'll be forging 1-stars in. Now, I did try this 4 hours ago, but once again, I try it at different times of the day. I keep trying different methods, but I think I'm going to stop now that relic forging is changing. But I will be happy, ecstatic, if I can get this divine touch, get this one success in the 6 rolls, and then out of the 7 million food that I have, get it to level 10. That's 3, 4, and I've gone to just not trusting at all what the percentages say. If it's 1 stars or 3 stars in, it doesn't matter to me, because I feel like I get the same results regardless. I think I lost count. I don't know if this is 4 or 5. We're going to say that's 4. So this is 5. And we're going to see if we can get it to 6. Alright, one more. Alright, Divine Touch. Give me that luck. If not, I'll have to try in the morning. Oh! Alright, guys, so we're not doing that here. Oh, and you know what? Let's just go ahead and claim my relics since I have some open spots. Legendary Tier 1, guys. We're collecting the 2-star version. No, I don't have space in my inventory. I run out of it too quick now. I have too many 4-star relics. 3-star, and here we go. The final of the legendary, guys. Bam. We collected them all, guys. Alright. Okay, so to further this, let me go ahead and just finish collecting recent relics. Thank you, Game Rescue. That relic is phenomenal. Okay, so now that we've done that, we are going to level up Runa on stream, guys. Here we go. Normally I'd wait till an event, but I want to get her Castle Crushing series out tomorrow. So 1, 2, 3. And yes, I'm using these level 12 guys, but hey, alright. Now we're going to go over to... Alright. Only a level and a half to go. I appreciate that, dude. Oh, and I'll show you my Runa skills. Health, resist against lightning, and resist against physical. That's right. So now it's time to throw in Berserkers into her. One level to go. Now the reason I'm getting her to 40 is she has to be fully powered up for this, and I'm probably going to need the extra relic slot. Alright. Now, I'm happy to say in the Fusion event, I got my first Siggy to level 60, and I got my first Matano to level 58. So Matano is who I'm normally throwing things into right now, because, you know, I hate raiding with Guardians. But that aside, I'm glad that it's almost done for her. Runa is going to take us all the way tomorrow, guys. That is not an episode you're going to want to miss. Alright, there we go. Behold the best paladin in the game right here. She can be game rescue. I'm not dissing Matano. Yeah, I guess I am dissing her a little bit. I don't know. You know, because she's a paladin, I don't have to lock her into any one troop buffing type. I'm going to have a level 10 paladin relic tomorrow, and I have relics crossing. So I'm going to try, you know, archers, I'm going to try Goliaths, I'm going to try whatever it's going to take to make her succeed tomorrow. And I also need to have a Matano Castle Crusher video as well. That'll be good. Okay, so we covered the event. Once again, my recommendation is if you don't want to use any portal stones, you don't have anything higher up that you're trying to get to, you know, stop yourself at 2750. That is an easy place to go where you're not going to need to spend any gems or even any of these portal stones. That's just natural gem or stone generation. You could save all of the portal stones for the upcoming event next week. If you have, or you know, if you want to grind a little bit more this weekend and you're free to play, go to 4,000. But after 4,000, you have a dead man's land all the way up till 14,000 at Goliath Belt. And I'm sorry if I called Jaldar dead man's land, but at the end of the day, he's not going to be a good defender for you. And he doesn't buff the right troops or give them the right skills for you to be contender in the late game. He's just going to be another ranger that has a unique ability of attacking with earth damage, which can be useful, but there are so much more powerful options than him out there right now. If you plan on going all the way to Skolnar, I recommend that you go to this 17,000 Goliath Belt. And if you're one of those brave people that wants to go all the way to 18,000, then at least you'll have some great high-quality toilet paper and Banner of the Earth. Emphasis on the word toilet paper. Okay. So, with that said, my personal goal tonight is I'm going to try to, I'm not entirely on stream, but I'm going to try to get myself to about 4,500 souls. If I can get 4,500 souls tonight, I should be able to get 17,000 this weekend. Let's see. Now with Runa maxed, let's get to the Paladins. Oh crap, okay, so I've got to scroll back over to Thorg. Here we go. I'm going to tell you guys, I am so curious about tomorrow. What's Runa going to hold? Even if she did buff troops, her skill, I mean, she's only at 1 tier 2 skill. But since she doesn't buff troops, and she's not exactly tanky... Oh, and yes, we will be going up against, level 25 garrisons. High level... I'm just expecting it just to be a slaughter fest, to be honest with you. With Runa doing the slaughtering, of course. Alright. So I think what I'm going to do on this stream is I'm just going to raid until these little portal stones are out. Then I got a few things to take care of. And then I'll be doing most of my grinding off stream. But tomorrow, you guys tune in. I do want to try to make these intro videos a little bit shorter. So the people that are actually here to figure out where they should stop as a free-to-play player know that they don't need to listen to an hour of me playing this game. They can just come right in, see what they need, and then hop out. The grind streams will be different, though. Grind streams are just for everyone that's in here grinding at the same time. Alright. And as of next week, I will be dropping down to Masters League to help NT Legends get back into Legends League. Veranic asks, so what are people expecting Relic Forging will be? 20? You know what? In defense of the developers, the one development that they made to this game, this one upgrade that they made to this game that vastly was superior to the way the system previously worked, was the Relic Forging system. The first one. The system that gave us what we have today. And for those of you who weren't around before that, it was 100 times worse. I mean, honestly, when it came out the way it is now, I thought, wow, this is a huge upgrade from what it was, even with us not being able to trust the percentages. And that's simply because relics had durability back then. Your relic could literally run out of durability, and then it would be unusable until you repaired it. And all relics only had 10 attacks you could do. It was, imagine those Titan XP relics, except they were your 5-star relics. And then you'd have to get a successful repair for it to even use it again. Literally, no one even used 4-star relics back then. You leveled up 3-star relics to use on defense. And 2-star relics you used on attack because those were relatively easy to repair. But 4-star relics were unheard of. And so anyone that kept their... when the original Heartseeker came out, their durability was there. And so I had all of those Ranger relics that I have leveled up now. They were just in my inventory. I just thought, well, they're 4-star relics. I'm sure I'll find a use for them down the road. But it took literally 6 months, 9 months after I started playing before it was fixed, before I even thought, wow, maybe I can use a 4-star relic. So, you know what? If they keep with their history, the developers, then maybe this relic forging system won't be terrible. But I'm hedging my bets against that. Relic forging is a system that I found, a system within this game that I found works very well for me right now. And so, with it going away, or the setup that I had, I'm going to throw in everything I have before then to try to level up my most important relics. Alright. I'm hoping before tomorrow night I should have my level 5 relic leveled up for Runa. She's going to need everything I can get her. I'll use my portal stones as well. Alright. Now, I will say that when I noticed that I'm only 16 unique Titans away from having the full collection, I was shocked. And the fact that I'm a free-to-play player shocked me even more, that was even close to possible. And yes, some of the Titans I am missing now, I will probably never get. But it gives me hope that maybe at some point there is a free-to-play player that will be able to collect the whole collection. Now, I am a relic collector. Rebel, good to have you here. And the one relic that I really wish I had that I do not have is the old Defender. It was a drop in the very first event after global launch. And while for most of the time I would have thought it was a garbage relic, it does have the defense against ranged on it, 16%. So that is the one of those unique relics I am missing. All right. Alright, this will be the last raid for the night, though, guys. I appreciate all of your guys' comments in chat as well. I love it when additional conversations are going on. Because as any YouTuber will attest, sometimes you just run out of things to say. The community just brings up additional topics. Alright. But question for you all. How long do you think it's going to be before the patch with Relic Forging system actually comes out? You think it could be as little as 2 weeks? Or do you think we still have a month left? I'd say within that time frame is what we can expect it to be. Alright. A month. I hope it's a month, guys. Alright. Okay, so at this point I am going to go ahead and call it a stream, guys. I didn't want to make this video too long, and I think I've already been on for 38 minutes. That's a little longer than I wanted. But tomorrow night will be fun. Join me tomorrow night. It should be between anywhere from 9 to 10 Pacific. Or if you're on the East Coast and you're up at midnight, then midnight to 1 a.m. If you're on the other side of the pond, you guys will be just waking up. Thanks for your guys' time tonight, and thanks for visiting the kingdom. Good night.